I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media. Come on!
I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media. Hi there. Welcome. We're about to start this show here, this little thingy we do Monday through Thursday. It's our last one. And of course, we are powered by cannabis. We love cannabis around here. It's something that's been around for thousands of years. I was talking to a lady at Teebs of Adrian the other day, and she said it's even in the book of the Bible, the Bible book. And
yeah, I think we need to pause the ad for a second. Demetrius, did you get high this morning? Is that why you're wearing that hat? Like what
First
is going
of all,
on?
I'm not taking fashion advice or fashion criticism from you, Grizzly Adams. So pump your brakes. I'm sure there's some kind of compound that your followers are waiting for you because the FBI is outside.
I'm just saying. I mean, is it fun out on the fishing boat going on? What are you doing here?
You trying to hate on a bucket hat? Is that what you're trying to do? Really? This is where
the entire point of that hat is to protect you from the sun, but you're not out in the sun.
No. The entire point.
May your lines be tight.
What's that, Donnie?
May your lines be tight. I have a friend who's like a semi-pro fisherman, so I Google like good luck sayings. Like he gets paid, but he's not like on. He's like one level under like superstar. Like he's got a big old truck, a big old boat with stickers and everything on it.
Sounds like a regular fisherman.
But he's like the walleye. He's not like the Red Wings.
Yeah.
The shoe or the high
But yeah, so I always Google like good luck sayings. So may your lines be tight is one of them.
God bless you. Good luck sayings.
That's good, Donnie.
Chinese cookies should do that more.
So D, may your lines be tight today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And may your cannabis pipe be full.
Yes. Which probably makes me think that my lines are tight.
Yes, it's true. So anyway, thousands of years of stuff's been around. And matter of fact, the lady was schooling me. She said that in the book of Genesis, that they talk about and the seeds were given to somebody of something.
I've read Genesis, and I don't ever remember a section in Genesis where they were like, and then they got high.
I think what was the Last Supper when he broke up the brownie and said, body, this is my body.
Yes.
We are dangerously close to sacrilegious.
And then he passed around a 40 in a bag and said, "Drink this. This is my malt blood."
I hung out with the disciples.
Oh no, I'm sorry, everyone.
Good Jesus.
I had the Last Supper now, and then I got high.
I was gonna absolve all your sins.
But then I got high.
I apologize, Jesus.
So sorry, everyone.
Listen, at this point I'm done apologizing to Jesus and to God, and because I just go, "What, you made me?" I'm like God's problem child. I just keep doing things and going, "You made me." I don't know why.
I am God's problem child. I that's a good one, Gina. I agree. I am as well. Here we go.
And now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Pull up that Andrew Z. Say Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Thursday, April 15th, 2021 of the year of our Lord. Welcome to the show, Demetrius Nicodemus. He says, "How's Gina from Gabella Media?" In the bottom of your screen, Chris Tevel. And right next to him, rubbing his leg, Donnie P.
Yeah, it's my leg.
Producer George is here as well. Let's do this. It is time for the show.
Andrew Z. In the morning. Woo!
Good morning. Hi, Mom. Good morning.
Hey, Andrew, I have an announcement. It's
What?
very important. It's a very important special day that everyone should celebrate.
What?
It's my second COVID shot day, and I'm
Whoa.
so excited.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that place. I'm gonna be like, who wants to breathe on me?
Finally, to be able to stalk with confidence.
Right?
It's funny. I talked a little bit about this, and today is not going to be controversial about the subject, I promise. But I talked about when I got my second shot last Friday, and this guy asked me, "Well, if you've already got your second shot, well, then you're not going to wear your mask anymore, right?" And I want to write what I wrote him, and I thought it made sense. But this dude just got totally crazy with
It's like
his
story hour with Andrew every morning. Is
What
this a thing now? Is this going to be like a little?
Or he just reads Facebook comments like those newscasters who just read the headlines.
No, no, it's very interesting. It's good convo. I'm telling you. Here we go. Here, I found it. You guys. I found it.
Yay.
I know you were.
You would have thought you would have had this prepped and ready if you wanted to talk about it today.
Well, no,
Andrew does no show prep.
He just brought it up. He brought it up. Okay, so he said, "Are you gonna wear a mask?" And here's what I wrote. Okay, I said, "I will absolutely wear a mask, at least as long as I feel that it makes sense. It's the right and courteous thing to do. Why would I want to look like an asshole? I'm also a public figure, and it sets a good example." So I thought that
I like the
So you know you took a shot, right? You took
What's
a shot
that?
there.
I did. What? Like, how did I take a shot?
He always does that. You know he does that. He,
What do you
he
mean?
constantly. We talked about this yesterday, Donnie. We talked about how, like, even when he read the guy's response, he read it in an assholey way. Like that guy was the asshole, and then he was just trying to be calm and respond. And then in his response, he goes, "I don't want to look like an asshole since obviously I'm talking to one."
Yeah.
I didn't say. Well, Donnie, what? Like, how did you interpret that? Where's the shot? I know but I want to know.
The subtext is no. I don't want to look like an asshole. The subtext is he was saying that he wouldn't wear a mask if he had his second shot, and if he didn't, he'd be an asshole for not wearing it. That's the subtext.
That's what you do.
Okay.
That's what
That's what I know. D says that's what I do. So then here's what he said. He said, he's just stumbling around, LOL. Pandemic's over for him, but he's gonna wear a mask to not look like an asshole. Well, man, what planet are we on? Like, I didn't think
even the way he reads it,
what I like most about this whole thing is the implication that Andrew doesn't normally look like an asshole.
What is wrong with that answer though? Okay, let's say it's snarky. Let's say I give you that. I didn't.
First of all, you don't have to give it to us. We took it. We know.
So I'll give you that it's snarky. But what was wrong with it? I thought that answer made sense. Like, as long as everyone's still wearing masks and people are still getting vaccinated, and only 20% of the population, then we're places I'm supposed to wear a mask. I'm not going to run around with no mask when people think you're an asshole, or I have to say I'm vaccinated. I'm just saying it's not that big a deal. I'm just going to wear a mask.
I'm telling everybody. I'm shouting that shit from the rooftops.
Hey, sometimes, Andrew, people will comment on your shit, and it doesn't necessarily need a response. Like, that is like, you don't have to yell at every crazy person yelling at you. It just makes you look crazy. Like that, like, you can't argue. Crazy. This is always what I've said. Crazy doesn't know it's crazy. Crazy thinks you're crazy. So when you argue with crazy argues harder, and it makes you argue harder. And now who wins? Is it you who's sane, or the crazy guy who's made you look crazy?
Good point. Good point. Donnie's like, yeah, good point. Let's talk a way more important subject than vaccines. Meggings.
Yes.
Donnie wants to talk about meggings because he has to leave early. So go ahead, Donnie. What about meggings?
Well, I've just been on a really good workout streak. I've almost completed 2 whole weeks.
Nice.
So, of course, I'm feeling really good about myself. And somehow Facebook knew that I've been hitting the gym. So it hit me with an ad for Meggings. And I was like, these don't look too bad. And
yes, they do. Stop. Stop.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
But the ladies love them at the gym. They feel comfortable. They're very, they're very.
they wear them everywhere now.
There's a reason why the ladies love them. They're made for the ladies.
They wear them.
No. See, look, and they're called Matador. I wish I could find the look at the Walmart ones. But I wish I could find the ad, because the ad looked so legit. It was like one side has a zip for your wallet. The other side's open for your phone.
I got in trouble for showing porn accidentally on this show, and now we're just letting it happen.
No, and let me ask. So does it? Do they come
packages that are bigger than yours? Isn't porn, Tifo?
Do they?
Yes, it is, and I will not hear anything different.
Do they come pre-stuffed, or is that?
No, you got to stuff them yourself.
Wow.
Do they got a pocket for stuffing?
Jesus, Donnie. You are going to wear shorts over that, because could you imagine what your package would look like in a pair of fucking Meggings?
Ashley probably won't let me wear them to the gym.
Big old testicles just hanging in there.
But the funny thing about it is the fancy ones come with like a loop in the back that you can take your shirt off and put your t-shirt through, because if you're going to wear Meggings, you're probably going to have your shirt off if you're outside somewhere. So basically, I was wondering if you guys think it's a good idea for me to get some Meggings and went to the gym.
I will tell you this, Donnie. Oh, go ahead, D.
I will tell. I'm so glad you brought this up, because this has been my biggest fucking complaint about dudes in the gym, and they show up in these damn Meggings. And they have like calf warmers on, and they got their Air Maxes on, and they got a pair of Nike shorts on, and then they sit on a fucking machine and text all goddamn day. And you're like, look, fashion fuck, get up and let me fucking do my work here. I understand that you think you're sexy as fuck here at Planet Fitness, but here at Planet Fitness, it's a no judgment zone, and I'm judging the fuck out of you right now.
Right.
Get the fuck up off my bench and move your pretty little ass over to the massage chairs, grab a token, and text your ass off all day.
You better stop judging, or the lunk alarm's going to go off, D.
The lunk alarm?
Do you know what the lunk alarm is, Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he does. Does Andrew look like he knows what a lunk alarm
So
is?
this is a real thing at Planet Fitness. There's a giant, so it's a no judgment zone. There's a giant siren light on like the main wall, and it's called the lunk alarm. And if anyone's like grunting too loud or acting like too crazy, like
hard
they're
to work out,
jacked on steroids, they hit the lunk alarm, and it goes like a siren goes and the lights go.
Oh my
and
God.
it's never been called on me, but my buddy got the lunk alarm called on him for like, I don't know if he dropped his weights too hard or something, but like, and the siren goes off like, don't be a Chad.
Jesus.
Don't be a lunk.
Wow.
dude. Sometimes they will sound that lunk alarm off if they catch you staring at yourself in the mirror too long. Like,
oh my God, they've probably had their finger right over the button for me then.
and they're like, they'll like go, okay, this dude's admiring himself.
Lunk alarm.
Yeah. I mean,
I flexed in the mirror the other day and I felt bad about it.
I haven't heard the lunk alarm in, I want to say, in over a year at my gym, but it is so crazy that, like, guys, look, are you there to work out? Are you there to get your workout in, or are you there to look pretty? Because if that's the case, then power walk with those old fucks at the mall. Don't come here and then just sit here and walk ankle socks and Nike. Are you kidding? Like, for real, bro. I go to the gym. I don't wash my gym clothes. You know why? Because I want to be stinky. I want to fucking get there. I want to get my fucking work done. I don't talk to anybody, and I wear shit that makes people not want to talk to me.
I was gonna say that's a great way to make sure that people don't talk to you.
Here comes the stinky guy.
I remember doing it as a kid. You just throw your gym clothes back into the bag, and they just sit in there for I don't know how many days. You're like, oh God,
People are like, what's that smell? And I'm like, it's work, bitch. It's work. That's what that smell is. It's work.
You can't post this smell on Instagram, okay?
So here's the thing, is when we started this show back about 7 years ago, and we had an app. We had our own app, and it's only been it's gonna be crazy, but it's only been 7 years. People didn't even know what an app was. They didn't know how to download an app. They didn't know anything. Like we had to I had to hand people would hand me their phones so I could download the app on their phone for them. We're so far ahead of our time that it really wasn't able to take off. So after I think a year, maybe 6, I don't remember how long it was, but anyway, we shut it down because it just wasn't. People didn't know what it was, and here we are now today. If we would have known, I was so far ahead of my time 7 years ago. Okay, same thing with meggings. I've been wearing meggings years ago, and people would make fun of me. Now there's ads, and now guys are wearing them, and I've been saying meggings should be a thing, and they show off my good legs, and I don't know what happened, but now all of a sudden now people are wearing megging.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Andrew, and
I would order.
He's gonna be mad, and I'm gonna convince him to go to the gym with me.
Where is Ashley?
Ashley said, Ashley said,
unattractive men need not apply.
Ashley's like, what did you order? Question mark in the comments.
So Andrew, I was looking back through. I was trying to find the post that I made, but I did find the picture of you in the meggings. If you want.
Ashley, Donnie, is it okay if Donnie wears meggings?
Well, that's a no.
I kind of caught. Well, look at me. I look great too, but I kind of caught a little bit of it. Are they? What are they?
Show me. All right, here. Can I get these for the gym, babe?
Well, I kind of caught the tail end of it, and then I saw D was making fun of the meggings, and I'm like, D, what the hell is that hat you're wearing? You can't really.
Yes, I can.
Making fun of meggings.
Really? Yes, you can.
No, Donnie, hell no.
A hat. Yeah. See. So how's my hat now, Ashley?
I'll wear a tight little T-shirt with it.
No, because you know why? Because your jeans are basically meggings, anyways. So that's about as much as we can do. Let me see, Andrews.
Look, this was.
There we go. See, he looks great. Look at those calves.
And this was great calves.
This was 4 years ago. I was so far ahead of my time. 2017 was this post that I was wearing.
2016.
16.
Yeah, I mean,
years ago.
Donnie showed me like a gold pair, and I just feel like no. But
Donnie, maybe,
black maybe would be good.
Maybe on your first pair, Donnie, maybe you have to tone it down just to people get used to it, and then bust out with then bust out with the on special events.
Bye guys.
The gold pair. Bye.
Megging should be your gold pants.
Wait, I want to show another picture of Andrew. The other picture of Andrew and his.
How upset was Colleen that you stretched out her pants?
Hold on, I got one more meggings picture of Andrew. Second,
I say go for it, Donnie.
Oh no, that's not it.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
no, Donnie, no.
Trying to find the fancy ones. The fancy
Donnie,
ones, though.
I need you to stop. I'm your friend. I'm trying to help you. I'm gonna need you to stop. Okay, I got it. There's the other picture of Andrew in his meggings. Look at that. Look at how good he looks.
It's not funny.
That's you.
It's a
That's
little
what
funny.
You look like.
I'm offended. All right. So I do want to talk about something. Do you guys find it when you're looking back at your phone, and let's say you're looking up somebody, or you're just like in your contacts, you notice how when you put someone in your phone, however you describe them into the contacts, no matter now, let's say when you first met them, let's say you didn't even know who this person was, and you look back now, and you, because no one ever changes them usually once that they're in there. So I have a contact I've known for 12 years now, and I still refer to him as when I first met him. Does anyone else do that as well, to where you look back and you're like, oh, I remember when we first, our relationship has blossomed so much since this time when I just described him as dude in funny hat. You know what I mean? It's Mike, Mike, the guy that wears funny hats. Like, that's how I will put someone in their phone. Does anyone else do that?
Yeah, I still have Drunky the Clown in my phone, and maybe you remember he was like a neighbor of yours back in the day.
Yes.
but it's still in my phone as Drunky the Clown. And
my neighbor Jeff.
Yeah. And then I have a guy in my phone where his last name is Smoke.
Wait, does it have that question mark at the end?
It shouldn't, because I know why I wrote it.
I'm still in Corey W. King's. We've known each other for 11 years now. We've been friends for 11 years, and he still has me in his phone as Eastside.
Right.
I still have. It's so funny. I still have Tiefel in there as a comedian Chris Tiefel.
Yeah. He took a screenshot of our text conversation the other day. Just says comic at the top. Like, how do you know? Like, how many people do you have in there with that definition?
And Natasha says the guy with Smoke. Natasha says is your weed guy.
No, he's
now
a firefighter.
It's Teeb.
No.
So
yeah,
now he has Teebs listed under Smoke, Mr. Smoke.
Natasha said we won't tell Teebs.
Right. Don't tell.
Yeah. By the way, how do you now that it's legal and you're going to dispensaries and everything? How do you break up with your dealer?
You don't.
How does that?
You don't. Just because you can go to the store doesn't mean you don't get deliveries sometimes.
You tell them, look, I want to have an open relationship where I'm seeing other people, and hopefully you don't get shot in the face.
Yeah, it's kind of like dating like somebody ugly. You just don't return their texts. You don't answer the phone, and then they're like, "Damn, I can't believe I got ghosted," and you're like, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
the fact that you said don't read. Oh, sorry, Gina. The fact that you said don't return their text, that means that if they haven't heard from you, they're probably running specials. Like, hey,
right. I was
one.
Yes, Donnie. I was just about to say they're not Mary Kay people. They're not like, hey, do you need any more mascara? Like, hey, but it's been a while. Are you out yet? That they're not doing that. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that, should they? I've never had a weed person do that.
Maybe yours aren't, but mine is very proactive.
Well, if anything ever happens to you, then at least your weed person will be able to report.
They have a strong marketing team.
I know this one weed dealer in Michigan that once it became legal, he then started doing Pampered Chef.
Same thing, right?
Actually, not a terrible idea to do weed and Pampered Chef stuff. That's quite brilliant, actually.
Here's the best combo: weed and Tupperware.
You're like, hey, this pan,
it's still fresh.
Get rid of those.
Pan will fry up your food. This will get you fried. There you go. Enjoy.
Enjoy. All right, Donnie, you anything else before? I know you got to run pretty quick. You got anything else that you want to talk about, or you just want to?
I'm good.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we got him. Anyone else got anything?
Ooh, I do. I got something.
Go ahead, Tiefel.
It is now legal in the state of Ohio for alcohol to be delivered to your home.
Dude, where have you been?
It literally just became legal.
For good, permanently legal.
It's
permanently legal.
Even post
about a week.
Post-pandemic, no, permanent. I know it's been like a week, but I'm saying it's there, but it's not going to take effect until the Bureau of Alcohol or whatever come up with rules for the retailers. But that's not going to start until then. But it's technically legal now.
Wow, that's big news. How do you make sure that they're 21?
I'd imagine you check their ID when they answer the door.
Thank you.
But pandemic, like
then if they're not,
yeah. Like, because DoorDash, they just drop the stuff at so they guess they won't be able to drop it just at the front door and just leave like for COVID.
Yeah, that seems ripe for abuse.
Yeah.
Another reason not to ever leave your house again. Now, liquor is delivered straight to your home, and wow, so now what do you why even leave the house? I mean, I can get food delivered. Like eventually groceries. Smoke will be delivered, groceries delivered, alcohol delivered. And then you never, ever get to see people ever again unless they're wearing a red hat with a bag.
Exactly. I don't know. I want
Sounds like utopia.
I see. I'm out all the time. Like, I don't know. I couldn't stay home. Like, it was driving me crazy. I couldn't do it. And but I know a lot of people have gotten comfortable with it, where they're like, "Hey, dude, this is my new life." Gina, Demetrius,
dude, I love sometimes I love the serenity of solitude, but I need people. I need to be out of the house sometimes, and that was painfully clear 2 days ago when I was arguing with a 5-year-old like he was 40, and like, dude, this is what he said to me. He asked me, he goes, "Daddy, I want to get a bag of Skittles. I want you to get me a bag of Skittles." And I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling that right now. And then so over and over again, he'd go, bag of Skittles. And then he said to me, "I'm only going to say this one more time." And you would have thought there was a grown man sitting in my house, because I was like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" and he was like, "Look." And I went, "No, we don't talk to me like that." I said, "I don't know if you plan on having a good 6th birthday, but it may not come." And he was, and I was just, I was livid. And then Kara got home and she was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I need to get the fuck out of this house." Because, like, he and I almost fucking through. He was like, "You want to catch these hands?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What did you say?" He goes, "You can catch these hands."
It's like those.
He hits you with a quick laugh. You wake up 10 minutes later.
It's like those TikTok videos where the kid says something like calls her mom a name, or says something really rude, and then it just shows the mom going off and the dad just throwing her a weapon, whatever's nearby, his shoe, a spoon, whatever, and she just goes off screen.
I have said to my kids, I so relate to that, because I have looked at my kids and been like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" Like, I just go full ghetto on them.
Because here's the problem, Gina, and I've said this many times before, is that they watch these Disney shows or Nickelodeon shows or whatever, where on these shows the parents are morons. Like they treat the parents like morons. Like the kids are the smart ones and the funny ones. And then the parents just bumble around, falling around in the kitchen and stuff like that.
Just like bumbling around, paying the bills.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Supporting your life.
So they think that they're living in a Disney show. And I tell them, I'm like, this is no fucking Disney show. You're not going to talk to me like that.
See, that would be censored if it was a Disney show.
And then our kids don't realize that these kids have beaten other people on auditions and stuff. Our kids don't have the delivery. The talent, the delivery
or the money
to deliver sarcasm in the way it's supposed to be done.
You don't have Disney money. You can't talk to me like Disney.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But they don't have the delivery. Like, they think that they're funny. They think they're trying to be funny, and I'm like, no. It sounds disrespectful. You're not being funny, and you need to knock it the fuck off. Go ahead, Donnie.
Yeah, you just tell them. You say, "You keep talking to me like that, your ratings are dropping, and you're about to get canceled."
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And by when I say your ratings are dropping, I mean your entire body will be dropped if you don't.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Don.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
You think you Raven Simone? You're not Raven Simone.
Right? No.
There was one time.
Raven Simone's like 45 now. Tifa.
God dang, I feel old. God dang, I feel old.
I don't think she's actually that old, but
he's like super woke and everything. But there was one time Cohen looked at one of Kara's friends' husbands who had asked him to do something, and he looked up and he goes, "You're not my dad." And I went, but his dad was in the room. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did you just say to him? I just remember there was a time, like, if adults told you to do something, you did it. You just did it. There was a point where they were like, "Is that person older than you? Is he a respectable individual? Do you know him? If he asks you to do something, you do it."
They will debate now. I don't remember doing this. They'll debate now like you're in court. Like they will. Everything's a debate. Like, you got to clean your room. Well, I don't have to do it because I'm like, what? Whoa, what? I don't even understand. And half the time, like I said, there's no script written for them. So half the time, what they say doesn't even make sense. The reason that they're saying it, but it's whatever comes out of their mouth. I'm like, oh, jeez.
I love them. I love them to death.
like, you have to love them, don't you? Or you?
Yeah.
Is it the law?
No, you just have to feed them and clothe them. Like I watched that what was that Denzel Washington movie where his son turned into a Marine, and he goes, I don't owe you any. He goes, you know what I owe you? I owe you a house, I owe you food, and I put clothes on your back. Nothing in that thing says I have to like you. And I was like, God damn.
Georgia says she's got a video. Go ahead, Georgia. Leave my room.
What you mean she get it from watching my TikToks? Hey, baby, you all right? No, you're not. You probably still woozy as shit. I did have to respectfully reset you back to factory settings by pushing your temples together. But keep in mind of what's left of your mind that I'm still your father. I still love you. And it's Tuesday now. Okay. Now, as far as your room being clean, wait, come on, wait, come back. Wait. All right. Now, as far as your room being clean, it ain't. It's still dirty at home. But here in this hospital, you're gonna get 3 hots and a cot and a sponge bath upon request. All right. But when you are up and moving, I need you to get home to help me move the furniture back to where it was. And help me find the rest of your molars so we can get them put into your new jaw. Hold on, come back. Wait a minute. Well,
clean my room. Are you kidding? I had to factory reset her.
Yes. Yeah, there are times I have a 13-year-old with full on 13-year-old attitude. Oof. And it's pretty bad. And then I'm like, what is your attitude about? And she's like, I don't have an attitude.
I know.
Oh.
Well, when you say you don't have an attitude, like you have an attitude, that's how bad you can't control it. It's so annoying. Ugh.
And then I'm like, I'm not a spanking mom, but I'm gonna be today. Like, whoo, they test my gangsters so bad.
Oh, I know. I'm like, you don't know how I was in these streets. You think just because I got a turtleneck sweater, I can't fucking throw hands? Boy, let me show you something.
Just because I got a fishing hat, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you know what? You know why I got this fishing hat? Because I fucking knock fish out with my bare hands. That's what I do. I fucking punch water and fish float to the top.
This is why I enjoy being an uncle. I only have to deal with them in small doses on my own decision of time, but I still get the talk back every now and then, and it's so freaking weird.
I do recommend to stressed parents. I recommend divorce because having to have your kids full time is rough. So
yes, I tell Dubs a lot. Like if I left you, I'd have every other weekend off.
Yes, it's glorious. I was telling him
you don't even have to do that. You don't have to get a divorce. You can just what you can do is just agree to live separately. I still love you, and I know you still love me, but these fucking kids are driving us apart. And so if we get an efficiency, maybe we can like split them up. One day I can live in the apartment and take the kids for the weekend, and you can just kick back and relax. And then we'll come together as a family, maybe have some nookie time with a condom, of course, because we're not having any more of these fucking kids. So I just want you to know that for our love to survive, you're going to have to move.
Dude, what about this? Okay, what about this? What if we had, like, you know, everyone wants a timeshare, like in Florida or whatever. We need just a timeshare $600 a month apartment with like 10 couples where everyone puts in $50 a month and everyone just takes turn going to the condo just to get away from these goddamn kids.
Yeah, I show up there and everybody's already sitting there. There's like 6 other couples and they're just wine and blunts. Like, I'm having a party.
Oh my God, these damn kids! I can't even right now.
Yeah, I've actually said to my kids before, like, I've whooped bitches' asses for saying less. Like, who are you talking to, man?
Yep. I'm like, call me chocolate chip one more time. See what happens.
Like, I got references about how gangster I was. We can do that.
I know. Why don't you Google me and watch my arrest record pop up?
Oh, my mug shots. Well, that's actually true.
I want to show you what this when this dude tried to jump in on my guest when he was in the hallway.
Yeah.
So yeah, this can happen to you. You better calm down.
It's my hot pocket. It was my hot pocket. I put it in the fucking microwave. Nobody comes in and talks my hot pocket. It was my hot pocket.
Oh God, I can't. All right. This portion of the show brought to you in part by Teebs of Adrian. Teebs. Get Teebs today. Go to Teebs. They have an amazing staff, and the prices are amazing. And Gina, you told me something yesterday on the phone, how like Gina's gotten nicer. Like there was a point where you couldn't ask her anything, and it would just be. And like now you ask her things, she's like, okay, no problem. I'm like, well, Gina, what has gotten into you that
he said you're being very helpful to me and not bitching. What's really going
weird.
On?
Yeah, it's really weird. So and then you told me
I'm medicated. That's why.
But not with prescriptions. You're actually medicated with the good stuff.
I am a CBD. I'm telling what did Josh call it yesterday? My weed sleep number. 10 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of indica. I'm good to go. Also, did you guys know, fun fact, for every pound that you are, your knees carry like 4 pounds of weight. I think it's something like that.
How are you still able to walk?
Well, I want to buy my knees capes, with little superhero knees. I got special superhero knees. They're amazing, like knees of steel. But anyways, so my knees hurt sometimes because I am slightly overweight.
Yeah, just a little. A scotch.
Just a little. Dee, shut your face up right now.
I know your face is so loud, bro. Can you please
turn that down? Turn your face down right this minute.
I don't know.
So I just put this my magic salve on there. This is my magic stuff. I keep trying to tell you guys about.
Yep.
Andrew went out and got it. Colleen loves it now. I think Dee, you have it too, don't you? Did you get some of this too?
Not that, no.
Salve, no.
So, yeah,
my knees are fine.
Anyway, Teebs, go check them out and get you some salve.
Mine are too now.
Did you call it salve? Did you really call it salve?
my knees are high. Bro, I got a story.
Granted, it just sounds like both my knees were applauding. So
I hate when I.
Did you just Rice Krispies?
No, I know. Is it a story about Teebs or is it something else?
No, it's something else, but it's
okay. Give me 2 seconds then.
Okay.
Make sure you need your lawn cut. DMX Lawn and Landscape.
Yes.
Stop, drop, and go get a call to DMX Lawn and Landscape.
Drop, but then get up because they have to mow your lawn. So you don't want to be in the way to get up.
All right, go ahead, Gina. What?
Okay, so I went bed shopping the other day. We went to Love's and I have to try. I don't buy beds online because I have to try them. I just can't do it. I don't know why. It just gives me anxiety. I won't buy a bed online. So we go out mattress shopping, and there is a one of those adjustable bed frames. Right? Shut up, Dee. Shut your face up. It's too loud. And I'm like, oh, I always wanted to try one of those. Right? So I sit on the edge and I like flop over. This is how I have to get into bed. And it's already like the weird, like legs up, like almost like you're tacoed in there. So I flopped in. So I ended up a little bit like a foot in or so. And then I realized it was a memory foam mattress. So I'm like, oh shit. I look at those. I'm like, it's memory foam. And he's like, okay. I'm like, I can't get out. Like it's like quicksand for fat people. I'm like sinking into the mattress. So now I'm like, trying, I can't get up. I like was rolling. I'm looking like a turtle on my back. I cannot get any momentum going because I'm in a hole because I'm fat. So I'm in this big hole. And mind you, we're in the middle of this giant store. And so there's people around. So I'm in the middle of this hole. I can't get out. Dubs is standing there just, he does not think I'm funny at all, you guys. Like he is the most unamused by me. No, he just stares at me like, what have I done? So I'm like, you got to put it down. Put the bed down. Thank God he was there. So he's putting the bed down. It goes really slowly. So the whole time I'm trying to get up like a turtle, rolling back and forth in this bed.
To get momentum? To get up?
Yes. And then it goes down. He's like, that's it. It's as flat as it goes. I'm like, okay. And so I I roll over and I got it going. But the problem with memory foam is when you get to the edge, it like flattens. I like got to the edge and it shot off the side of the bed, and it was a hot mess. And it was I mean, I don't really get embarrassed, so it's not like I was embarrassed by it. I don't really care. But it was definitely one of those moments that I was just like, oh man, that was a bad choice. D, shut up.
It's just that's so horrible because you just know that bed looks like they've been catching meteors outside with it.
I'm still in a big old hole in the middle. So I gotta stand up.
That bed remembers you.
I'm like,
welcome to Crater Surfer.
No, that bed has Alzheimer's now, bro. It's over. It's done for that bed. I get up and I looked at Dubs and I'm like, well, we're not getting that bed.
I just ruined it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that bed shopping in the time of COVID is just like bed shopping before. Like I figured there'd be a whole procedure and everything.
Yeah, just wipe your COVID all over the bed.
We all wore masks.
Well, I mean, I figured like the sales associate would want to come by and put like plastic sheet down over the bed or something. Right.
No, they're going out of business. They give no fucks.
Okay, they're not getting sued.
That is the worst. Go ahead, D.
You know what I think would be funny is I think if people were to bed shop and then like legit, not just lay in it, but do like don't lay in your beds. I want you to freak out every like clerk or salesperson in a mattress store and just like get in the bed and just be like, oh yeah, this is real. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is nice.
I don't
honey, put your face into the put your face into the headboard. Let's see if it's cushy enough.
Oh my god.
By the way, Gina, every mattress store in existence is going out of business every weekend. Like
but Love's is legitimately going out of business.
Yeah, Love's,
and I got a fantastic deal.
Here's what's crazy about that. So Art Van is huge in Michigan, right? They've stores all over Michigan. And they sold a couple years ago, the Art Van family. It was a family-owned furniture store, but they were huge. And they sold for $700 million to this private equity company or this furniture or whatever. And they said, you know, we're gonna take it to the next level. So they started opening them all over. Well, they ended up going bankrupt. They bankrupt this company that's been around for like 100 years and destroyed the whole company. So then because we had that Art Van over at Spring Meadows. And then the Loves moves in, and I swear to God, 60 days after it moves in, it's like, oh, we're going bankrupt, we're shut down. I'm like, furniture stores have got to be getting killed with online shit. Like, because everyone's buying their bed in a box now, and it's killing.
Get that purple mattress.
Purple. There's all kinds. There's purple. There's the what's the other one?
Nectar.
No, I don't think they are owned. It's just
easy.
They got bought. Again, Nectar. There's all kinds of them.
I can't do memory foam though. I get too hot.
I don't know
if these memory foam makes me too. I can't do it.
Yeah. All right. So I got a couple things I want to get to before we turn it over to Ebenezer Bushrod. First one, sad news. If you guys remember, a couple years ago, there was a big to-do at the zoo to name the new baby elephant. And the name that the community, all of us came up with was Lucas. And that's been 9 years now that we named Lucas. And Lucas, Toledo Zoo's youngest elephant, has now passed away. They said that Lucas's affliction, elephant something, can be deadly to younger elephants. And he got some sort of disease and then passed away. So that's kind of sad because I remember the whole naming of Lucas. And now he has passed. Oh, look at that picture. Poor Lucas. All right. And Katy Perry brands social media, quote, the decline of human civilization. So I want to ask you guys, and I know you can't give me the answer of, well, there's good things and bad things. Overall, for society or for yourself, has the introduction of social media been a good thing or a bad thing? You can only pick one. You can't be in the middle on it. If you had to pick one, knowing all the pros on one side, all the cons on the other side, is social media been good for you in the society, or has it been bad? Tifo, we'll let you go first.
I say good.
You say good?
I say good.
Okay. Any explanation or just any?
You didn't ask for explanation. You said I could pick one or the other.
Oh Christ!
How do you Tifo this up?
Well,
like this is
I'm not trying to
simple.
Tifo it up. He literally said we can't add caveats to it or anything. Just follow an instruction.
I want to know your reasoning, but I want to know your reasoning why you picked good. I mean, you obviously will have some reasoning for it.
Because it's connected people like never before. And it's exposed bad things that may not have otherwise been exposed, and it's exposed good things that may not have otherwise been exposed.
You don't think the way it's helping divide our country quicker? You don't think that?
No, I think Citizens United divided our country once we started allowing unlimited corporate dollars into politics. That's what did it, not social media.
I don't disagree with that. I would say here's my brilliant idea, and I have many brilliant ideas, but this is my other one, is that everyone should, first of all, government should fund campaigns. So as long as you meet a threshold of so many signatures and you're an official candidate, you should get a block of money.
The government does fund campaigns.
You can do whatever you want with that money. Yeah, but
have you ever filled out your taxes where it asks if you want $3 to go to the political committee thing? Nobody ever checks it, so the government doesn't have money to do it.
Yeah, but you have to choose between the general fund and your fundraiser, and nobody ever chooses the general fund.
Right.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. So my point is, everyone has to have the same amount of money. So you can't be outspent, and you can't. But everyone should have the same amount of money to get their message out, and then the best message wins, as opposed to someone having $1 billion and someone having $1 million, and because they've sucked the teat of corporate donors, and now they can swamp your message. Go ahead, D.
I think social media is bad.
Bad. Really?
I mean, let's get back on track.
Overall, really, you think it's bad?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think there was a time when a lone wolf was like a lone wolf. A wackadoo was just a wackadoo, right? And now social media and the internet has given these people the ability to form communities. When people say, "Oh, there's great things that are part of social media," those great things do not outweigh the horribleness that comes with this shit. It makes people emboldened to be racists. It gives people like a false sense of like security, so they can say whatever they want because they're kind of anonymous behind a screen. I've watched this, and literally it has changed my opinion of some of the people that I truly cared about for such a long time, because now I see the depth of crazy in them, and they have people who will support their crazy. There was a time when crazy would just shut the fuck up and just walk around the neighborhood in flip-flops and shorts in December. And now they find a whole group of them that will do it. And it's not cool.
But like you say, D, and then it emboldens them because they know there's other crazy people like them. They're like, oh, I'm not the only one. So now they're going to be even crazier. Like, it feeds the crazy because there's other people just like them, and now there's groups just like them, and now it's dude. I think you nailed it there. Let's see, Natasha, great point. High school reunion is almost pointless now with Facebook. Remember how you used to like. Get anxiety about going to reunions you haven't seen anyone or heard from or talked to them in 15 years. Well, now you know all about them. Brenda says, for society, it's the worst thing. I don't need to hear every horrible thought rolling around people's brains with no filter. All right, Gina, go ahead. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm not following rules because, but I will say this. I think overall it is good.
Okay.
But it is very close. I mean, it's almost 50-50.
Close. Okay.
Because the good part of it is, like Tifo said, I mean, you guys just nailed the whole thing. People are closer now. We can see the crazy. That's true. And now I know who the fuck to not have around me. Bye. Like, these are people that I'm thankful for social media because it's exposed these racists and these crazies. And now I don't have to be around them, and I don't have to have my children around them. And my children aren't going to hear their accidental racism later. We can weed those people out. So that it's been very helpful in that aspect. I've also seen the power of social media. I think I have a unique perspective, being that social media is my literal business. So the power of social media has been phenomenal in helping people find missing people, connecting people to resources. So like there's a side of social media that I think if you're maybe not using it, if you're not all the way in, maybe you don't know the side of social media, but it is connecting people in ways that would not be possible if it wasn't for social media. So but yes, at the same time, it's giving, but I look at it like this. So the crazy people find the crazy people, and it's sort of like, the algae that it's swimming around by itself, and then they find each other and they stick to each other. And then you get this big clump of algae. Well, now we see it. Now we see the crazies in this little group, and we can skim them out and let them know collectively, you guys ain't shit. So,
real quick, I loved that Natasha agrees with Gina. She said it's a give and take. I love Jason. The power of social media.
Social media compels you.
It's horrible. Georgia, our producer, a great thought. She says it's horrible. We as a society have lost the ability to humanize people in their lives. That's very true. We're able to hate someone so hard without even knowing who they are. It has made increased self-harm, depression, anxiety, and loneliness. Kids are bullied at school, and now online it's never ending. That is true too, because before, I've said this before, but before, when you left school, when the bell rang, you at least could go home and get a break. Well, now it follows you home and into your house, and so you're constantly can be bullied, and that sucks. But
though, and what I tell everybody who gets all wrapped up and full of anxiety about social media, and they're like, oh my God, look at all this shit that people are talking. And I'm like, you know how you can fix that? Turn your fucking phone off. You know what? You don't have to, everybody's fucking opinion and comment about you doesn't make you shit. Do you understand that? Like, just because somebody says something about you, I tell Kara and Connor and all my kids, I'm like, look, you know what? Do they pay your bills? Do any of these fucking people who talk shit about you contribute to your money? Do they? No, they don't. Do they make you wake up? Do they wash your clothes? How do they help you? What about them gives them the ability to comment about you? And you're like, nothing. So fuck them. You know what? Fuck these people. And literally, if you don't want to read it, delete it or turn it off. If I don't like the shit in the newspaper, I don't read the newspaper. I'm not compelled to read the newspaper just because people are talking shit about me in the newspaper. I just stop.
Oh, it was well, and I do have to say this, D, your ability to turn that shit off drives the rest of us crazy.
The rest of us, it's me.
I know.
I get so irritated. I'm like D is really antisocial, and Andrew's like, no, because I don't know Demetrius. I know Demetrius. You guys, genuinely, the listeners, as much you guys see all the interaction in my life that I get with Demetrius. This is it. It's on the show, and I'm like, all of us are like all in, and like we're kind of a little tribe, And then there's you that shows up 5 minutes before the show, and then you're out. And then we don't hear anything from you. I'm like, dude, what is? And he's like, that's just how he is. Like
but you have to admire that you can just turn it on. Like then you go live your life. I mean,
that's great, but I'm important, and
I know you are.
I need Dee to recognize that my words are also important, and I communicate on social media.
And Gina, and here's the thing: what you have to understand is, I live in the country of Demetriopolis, right? This is where I live, and we don't have social media. We don't engage with social media. We do have text. We do have phones. Now, if you want to shoot me a text, I can respond to a text.
Bullshit.
But right now,
I have text that prove that that's a lie.
Yes, and I'm telling you, my text system is like basic. It's like Stone Age. So sometimes texts don't get through, or sometimes I think it's sorcery and I won't look at it because I'm afraid I'll lose my soul.
He's still got a flip phone, so he's hitting like the 3 a couple times just to get
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
well, it's so it's so primitive. It should be Demetrius Stan. It should be Stan at the end of it.
Right.
That's how
Yes.
primitive the technology.
It should be.
In his country.
It is. I am very primitive. We have just discovered fire. Right now we are praying to 13 gods, the one that brings rain, sun, growth of crops, fertility, the god of Jack Daniels. And then there's, and so there's a lot of shit going on while my tribe tries to fucking evolve. Now, we're not ready emotionally for social media. We aren't. It is like Star Trek's Prime Directive. We do not, I do not engage with people who have higher technology than I do.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
He's so disconnected. He's referring to himself as we.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
We do not like the social medias.
No, we's don't. We's don't like. You wants to talk to us? You's gonna have to send up smoke signals.
or show up at my house. Show them on TV. All right, Lufka All Natural is another place that wants to take you back because they're all about saving the earth and using ingredients that you can trust that will never harm the planet Earth, whether it's cleaning products or friendly care products. They really have a cute little store. It's cool. It's Lufka All Natural. They're at the Country Charm Shop in Perrysburg. And lawn greetings of Toledo. Say it in the lawn. They have great packages for birthdays, for anniversaries, for if you have a child, if you want to announce the birth of a child, you can do that. There's anything that you can think of. They can put in your yard. Ooh, let's say you're having a yard sale. How cool would it be to put a big yard sale sign like the week of? Or
how much for this? How much for this A? Can I get this A? Or should people just start buying the letters?
Yes, we put layaway. You lay away letters to pay for the when by the time you have all the letters paid for, then it'll be the birthday that you need to do or whatever.
How much of this yard is for sale? I just want the part by the sidewalk. I just want to be able to walk by and lay in this and know that it's mine. That's all.
I want to let my dog poop there and I have to clean it up.
What happened to Tiefel? What is going on?
I know, like he really focused on the what the fuck part of his stories. He just got up and left, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Like, dude, you sat here the whole hour, and now it's time to go to you, your one segment, and you just dip out.
Can you guys hear me?
What are you doing?
People, you're invisible.
I locked my keys in my car this morning, and the locksmith just showed up to open up my door.
So where are you?
I'm out back right now while he's unlocking my door.
Do you have your stories ready?
Yeah, I have my stories ready. Of course, I have my stories ready.
Let's do it with the empty chair because this makes this whole segment even better.
And now, WTF News with Invisible Tiefel.
Which actually he looks better.
Right?
Oh, you're so handsome.
Ow.
Man.
So citizens of the former capital of Poland have found themselves afraid for days. They've been leaving their windows shut because of a mysterious creature up in the trees in their neighborhood. They finally called animal control, and they got it looked into. Animal control came out and found the thing that everybody was afraid of and shutting and locking their windows from was a croissant somebody had thrown from a higher floor.
it got stuck.
How funny is it right now that this locksmith is thinking that Tiefel is just giving him random facts?
How big is the croissant that you would have to be scared of it, though?
Oh, I just want proof.
Is this like a giant croissant? Like,
I mean, it's a croissant-sized croissant. I don't know. I guess our European croissants.
Croissant-sized croissant.
That'd be like, how big is that basketball? It's a basketball-sized basketball.
Crazy. But
Eugenia, we got to talk about this because this is a comment that said a lot, you guys.
What?
You guys are mean to Tiefel. That's what she says. Okay, we have to explain. I genuinely like Chris. We talk offline. Like we are actually all friends. And that's just our love. Being mean is our love language. That's all.
But here's the other thing: is Tiefl's own dad? His own dad just posted. Tiefl has never looked better. You're looking at an
he did raise me, telling me I had a face for radio.
Really, my mom told me I had a face for letters.
Tiefl's dad says, I'm his father and I'm mean to him. So,
but just know that there are times that I do, like, I recognize that we do, Tiefl is our punching bag and we do mess with him a lot. And so I do make sure we say nice things to him sometimes. Ashley's really good for that. She brings the balance and she hasn't been here for a while. So right. Tiefl's probably just ready to jump off a bridge at this point, but we'll bring Ashley back and she'll make him feel better and it'll be okay.
Exactly. All right. What else?
It would be like it's not technically a bridge I'm jumping off of. Technically, it would be like a towpath, like a suspended some kind of transportation system.
So apparently in Taipei, when you get married, you're entitled to 8 paid days off from work.
Uh-huh.
And so a man decided that he had found a loophole in the system, and he married his bride. They had a lovely little wedding. And everything went great. He got his 8 days off. Then at the end of the 8 days, he divorced her and remarried her again and requested another 8 days off from his employer. And then he kept this going until he had married her 4 times and divorced her 3 times. And that's when his employer caught on and tried to put the kibosh on it. Thank you very much, sir. And tried to put the kibosh on it, and they went and they told him they weren't going to do it anymore, and they were only going to give him the money for the first 8 days. So he sued them under the country's laws, and the labor board upheld his decision, saying that he was entitled to the extra pay. And then they appealed, and then they lost again. So now in Taipei, you could totally defraud your employer for vacation days.
Wow.
But wouldn't the divorce cost as much as the check? Like how much? I mean, I don't know how much divorces cost and wherever the hell that is. So I have no idea. But
3
here,
goats.
that wouldn't make any sense.
It's 3 goats.
3 goats. Well, what happens when you run out of goats? Like, don't goats cost money? So you use your check to buy more goats to get more time off, to get more money to buy more goats. It doesn't make any. It's a pain in the ass.
For those just tuning in, Tiefl is doing the WTF news with Evan Bushrod from the parking lot where he locked his keys in his car. And then Natasha's like, we just heard him say in the middle of the story, "Thank you very much, sir."
Yeah. And that locksmith just got in his car and was like, "Honey, I'm moving to Taipei." It's this guy just told me this crazy story. Like he's been talking to me about the weirdest shit since I've been trying to open up his car.
He did not ask any questions.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Tiefl wasn't like, well, the proper way to unlock the car is, you're not quite doing it right.
I'm gonna need you to produce a Slim Jim.
I'm not gonna try to educate the man that is unlocking my car for me. That is a service.
That is a first.
Okay, I gotta go, guys.
All right.
All right. So one last story.
Okay.
Out of Ottawa, a Liberal MP joined
poor Tiefl's so out of breath right now.
I ran up the stairs. So a Liberal MP joined a conference with his other MPs stark naked, just wearing nothing but his birthday suit. He says it was a mistake. His camera wasn't supposed to be on while he was changing from a jog.
Oh, that happens.
But everybody saw his position.
All right, thank you, Tiefl. The show brought to you by Teebs. We run on cannabis here. Thank you guys every much. We appreciate it. Demetrius is like when Donnie stubbed his toe and was elevating his foot during the show. So true. All right, for Donnie P, Eastside, Southside, Gina, Demetrius Nicodemus, Chris Tiefl, Georgia, Andrew Z. Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. See ya.
Come on.